How to find a trusted surgeon for your elective surgery. Looking for a surgeon but overwhelmed by an overflow of jumbled information? Well, I'm here to help. Finding a surgeon in today's society isn't hard, but finding a trusted, experienced, certified surgeon with the right credentials who is actually fit to perform your elective surgery may take some research. You may find that some doctors are calling themselves specialists without ever having had the right kind of specialty training or even holding the appropriate certifications. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to look for when searching for a surgeon to perform your elective surgery. So let's get right to it. The first thing you do is you get a piece of paper or open up an Excel sheet to write down the results of your research. If you don't have a piece of paper, do not worry. Below, we will have a link to all the information you need, along with a sample Excel sheet you can use as an example for when you want to do your own research. All you need to do is download that file and use it as a template for your own research. Or alternatively, you can purchase our services and let us provide you with an objective list of names and their credentials for your particular needs. The type of research you need to do is practically the same for almost all elective procedures. Whether you want to have liposuction by a qualified plastic surgeon in Boston or New York City, or laser eye surgery by a qualified refractive surgeon in San Diego or Los Angeles. So for the purpose of this video, let's assume you are interested in having a LASIK procedure in San Diego. First, you open up Google search. On Google, you'll search for the keyword LASIK, followed by the city you live in. Let's take LASIK San Diego as an example. The first couple highlighted links on the top and on the right-hand side are called pay-per-click or PPC ads. They are actually ads that companies are paying Google to be listed. There is really no requirement for these ads, and almost anyone can place ads for any number of keywords. So don't even bother with those ads. Underneath these paid ads, there are local listings, and that is where you want to start your search. Any business that is listed in the local listing section is a business with a physical address that owns an actual facility and is located within miles of your location. Having a physical address with proximity to your location is important when it comes to post-operative care and any unexpected emergencies following your procedure. Now, how do you know which local listing to choose? Time to do some more detailed research. Every doctor who is proud of his or her qualifications will most likely have a professional resume, which is called a CV or curriculum vitae, posted right on their website. This will show all training your doctor has received, his or her specific qualifications, and all the important certifications obtained without all the meaningless fluff you may see in a personal bio. One of the first key factors to look for under an ophthalmologist or LASIK surgeon's CV is whether or not that doctor is board certified by the American Board of Ophthalmology. For your reference, I will be including a link below that discusses what board certification is and why it should be important to you. I am also going to include a link to where to check for the doctor's board certification if that's not readily listed on their website or CV. Second, look on the CV to see if the surgeon has had refractive surgery fellowship training. If not, have they at least had a cornea fellowship training? Fellowship training is like a subspecialty training. Even though it's not a requirement of doing LASIK, it certainly adds to the surgeon's authority and dedication to his or her area of expertise. This is just like the case where even though a general dentist may very well be qualified to do a non-complicated root canal operation, most patients opt to go to an endodontist who has specialized in that field for their root canals. Third, check for the surgeon's experience. Experienced doctors typically love to brag about the number of surgeries they've performed. So if the doctor is experienced, typically you wouldn't have to look far on their website to find out how many LASIK procedures that particular doctor has done. I mentioned that particular doctor because in some group practices, the total number of surgeries performed may represent the cumulative number of all the surgeries that the entire team of surgeons in that practice has done. This inflated number tends to hide the experience level of the least experienced surgeon in their team, so it's important to look at the experience level of each individual surgeon as opposed to the entire team of doctors in one practice. Lastly, you need to check on the surgeon's previous patient satisfaction ratings. The easiest place for this would be Yelp. you type the name of the center where the doctor practices in www.yelp.com and read the prior patient's testimonials about that doctor. Make sure to read an example of, or ideally, all positive and negative reviews, and make sure that the reviews are about the doctor and not how happy the patients were about the procedure or how unhappy they were about some random disgruntled staff who may or may no longer work at that practice. So, at the end of your research, your Excel sheet should look something like the example we have provided for you in the link below. Each row corresponds to one particular doctor, and the columns represents different qualifications that doctor may or may not have. We have discussed a total of 9 qualifications to consider for each doctor in this example. As the last step, it's time to compare and contrast doctors so that you can take the next step in actually booking an appointment to go meet with at least your top 2 choices. For this last step, you will need to assign a number from, let's say, 0 to 6 to how important each of the 9 qualifications we discussed is to you. Assign the number 0 for not important at all and 6 for extremely important. Then, you go across each row in your list of doctors and assign the number you just picked out for each qualification, if that doctor meets that qualification. You repeat this for each of the 9 qualifiers and for every one of your doctors in the list. Then, you add up all the numbers for each row of doctors and you sort the sums out from the highest to the lowest. The doctors with the highest numbers are the ones you want to see first. We have included a program in the Excel sheet you will download to automatically do all the calculation and sorting based on the weight you give each of the 9 qualifications. All you need to do is just answer a few questions and let the program do the rest for you. We hope this video has helped with your research process, and we wish you all the best.